I don't think this game needs any introduction, but I'll give it one anyway. It's another terrible piece of Game Gear junk. That's literally all you need to know. But obviously, you people clicked on this video because you want a more elaborate explanation of why this game is another terrible piece of Game Gear junk. So, I'll gladly explain. First, I would like to say that usually in a case like this, I would say that you can't have a polished product if your game is fundamentally flawed. I'm probably going to use that exact quote when I'm reviewing Sonic Forces. However, this game is both fundamentally flawed and unpolished, so I don't know why I said that. The basic idea is that you fly Tails through what I will call an obstacle course, because that's kind of what it's like. You control Tails, and you can move up, down, and right. And you can slow down, however you cannot move left. Your goal is to reach the finish, where you will fight a short boss and advance to the next stage. These alone don't sound too bad. Why don't we talk about the obstacles? So, there are these wall things that occasionally rotate. You need to speed past them when they're not rotating. The problem with this, and literally every other obstacle in the game, is that Tails is somewhat large, and the screen is very small. You can't see anything coming. This is extremely irritating, because even when you're not speeding up, you can accidentally run into an unavoidable death trap, aka walls. Yes, walls can insta-kill you. Not enemies, not certain obstacles, walls. The only guarantee that you don't die is if you move slowly and go forward, but sometimes even that doesn't work. There are these segments where you need to use these things that launch you in one direction so you don't slam into a wall. The problem is that it took me a long time to figure out you can't just run into the obstacle to use it. You need to move above it, so your ring touches it. You have no idea how many times I died trying to figure this out. But even when you know that, the collision on the obstacles is so bad that sometimes they only work when they want to. I already said if you touch a wall, you instantly die. What I didn't tell you is that it isn't just walls, it's any surface. The game isn't very clear about what surfaces are dangerous. So, something that looks like a wall isn't a wall, and something that looks passable will kill you. This makes the game become confusing in later levels. The enemies are probably the worst though. If you get hit by any projectile, you start falling to the ground. You can regain control, but only after an unspecified amount of time. So whenever you get hit, you're basically mashing the A button until you fly back up. Finally, you only have so much flying time. You have a meter that you can fill by collecting mints, but if your meter is empty, you helplessly plummet to the ground. So there, this game is boring, slow, and quite literally the opposite of fun. I honestly don't understand why SEGA even published this game. If it isn't fun, and noticeably so, why even make it? If it isn't fun, people won't buy it, and if people don't buy it, SEGA doesn't make any money. Ultimately, this game serves no purpose. I just don't understand why SEGA even created the Game Gear. Every smart person would know that a Game Boy would be significantly better investment. I don't even own a Game Boy, and I can name 5 games right off the bat that it's worth buying for. Mario Land 2, Metroid 2, Pokemon Red and Blue, Dr. Mario, and Kirby's Dream Land. There, that's 7 games. Now name one Game Gear game that would justify the $150 price tag, not including inflation, which would bring it up to $340 according to Wikipedia. I'm positive people in the comments will say that Sonic Chaos for the Game Gear is the best game ever, and I can kind of respect that, but I hate that game, and I'm with the majority on that one. The Game Boy was significantly cheaper than $150 anyway. I don't even consider the color screen to be a good selling point for the Game Gear. If I had a choice, I'd buy the Game Boy, by far, and it's still in black and white. I have somewhat high hopes for Tails Adventure, my next game, but for now, I can say with 100% certainty that Tails Skypatrol is a 0 out of 10. I'm not sorry. Okay, I'm at the point of no return now. I have to play through every single Sonic game. It's gonna be a while, but I'm gonna do it, alright? Alright, you subscribers, you stay there, alright? I'm gonna do it, okay? I'm gonna do it. Oh, by the way, the reason I've been away for a while is because I was working on another video and kind of got a little obsessive over it. But don't worry, I'm back now, okay? The video I'm working on is going to be really long, so, yeah, like an hour. Maybe 2 hours, I don't really know, but it's going to be really cool, alright? It'll be worth it. Soon.